Is it sitting behind me? Hey, y'all. So I think Erin is joining. I've sent her the link. But I figured we would go live. So hello. Need to pick the kids up, then you'll be back. Sweet ass. What am I reading now? It is behind me. I'm going to start on Actual Age Eve Brown, which I am super, super duper excited for. Yeah, many uncomfortable. How is everyone? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, that got dark. There we go. Tired. Many tireds. What are you working on today? Are you working on anything today? Or are we having nap sprints? I'm going to technically start these sprints with some filming, and then I'll start my book. Stay way too. You finished? You finished? Ooh, I hope you get some good writing in then. Hey! Hello! How are you?
I'm good. Sorry, it took me a while. I just had to close up the house because I think it's going to storm.
Oh, that's
which is also
cool.
why I appear to be like a ghost on like a dark.
I thought you were just channeling it.
Spooky season.
And then you have me looking like a fucking scene child using Ash's wardrobe.
Nothing wrong with that.
No. It's been quite funny. I've like played My Chemical and stuff all day, so it's been nice.
I'm slightly too old to have ever been a scene kid. I'm like the last of the like baby goths before scene.
Yeah. I understand. I'm working on this thing, and I think I just assigned something to the wrong thing, but I can't unassign it to reassign it, so I'm like, which is fine. Doesn't matter. Oh no, I did it to the right thing. Would you? We're good. Love that. What are you working, reading, doing today?
I'm thinking I want to start Burning Roses.
Ooh, that looks pretty.
And it's a novella, so nice and short.
We love novellas.
I actually don't know that I remember that much what this is meant to be about, but I think it's sapphic.
Sounds good. Yeah, I have, I think a minute or two ago, I'm going to try and film some videos first, and then I'm going to dive into Actual Age. So, yeah, like if I film today, then I just have to edit throughout the week. So I'm like, as much as I'm tired and don't want to, it's better if I do. But yeah, so that's my plan. I got my second lot of 5G.
Do you feel it coursing through you?
Oh yes, our internet shit. So like, it's just the internet. But yeah, when I walked home last time when I came in, the internet dropped out, and it did the same thing today.
It's the trackers.
It's overdose of 5G cannot handle. Is that the Red Riding Hood kind of retelling very loosely.
I think so. Yeah, like says that the main character is Rosa, also known as Red Riding Hood, and is done with wolves and woods.
Nice.
Hi. Just fell on my face.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The nose piece came off?
Yeah.
You can pop it back in and then just get a pair of like tweezers or pliers and just give it a light press. But it should stay in if you just pop it.
It's probably because I'm sweaty.
It's probably. Are they from Speckies?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not
I haven't had ones with like little nose pieces for ages because I've mostly just had like solid plastic frames that like don't have the little extra pieces, so I haven't had to negotiate that for a while.
Yeah. And then I'm like, yeah, that was half my job, was replacing those pads when I worked there. So it's like, I understand. Like,
just like, so when I was popping it back on, I'm like, oh, it's gotten really yellowed. I'm gross.
That's normal. Mine are green, like starting to go a little bit green at the moment. I'm like, just get toothpick and go in there. Oh, it was so disgusting, but that was also one of my favorite things, was cleaning people's glasses when they were like coated. Because my coworkers were like throwing up, and I'm like, gimme. I just found it so like cathartic cleaning it all out. But yes, that's what I did.
I do like cleaning little detail things.
Yeah.
Like
just the getting in there, nitpicky sort of stuff.
Like cleaning out like a really grungy keyboard is like so gross, but like really satisfying when you get it really good. Yeah.
I'm sorry to anyone in the comments that might now be slightly nauseous. But yeah.
I actually don't get the satisfaction of the detail work with my keyboard because I actually have a washable keyboard. So like I can really get in there and scrub it with soap and water. Like I can just like straight put it in the kitchen sink and scrub it down. So like I like that I can make it so clean, but like you don't get like the experience of like really detailing it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hold mine up. Like, well, I live in a rural area, so there's a lot of dirt and dust, and so they don't clean like in for like little where your lens sort of sits in, like that sort of stuff. They'll clean the lenses, but it's not like a deep clean, and we just put it in the sonic cleaner, or I can just go in there. But yeah,
my dad used to do like gardening, like garden. Like he did a lot of things like but like in the landscaping business, but he also did like maintenance stuff, including mowing. And so like his were always getting like he cleaned them, but if you're doing dirty work, it just gets all over your glasses.
Yeah. I'm horrible at cleaning mine, like actual lenses. I'm looking through a coating of film for 7/8 of my life. But like,
I feel like I constantly am, even though I clean them multiple times a day because I hate seeing smudges.
Right.
And also I got the lenses that are not meant to smudge on these ones, and I do not notice a difference between.
Yeah, it's so essentially the way that they market it is pretty sus. It's meant to be that you will notice the smudges more, but they're easier to clean the smudges off.
Yeah, I guess that is true. It has been easier to clean them off. But like, even when I was at the consultation, so I was like, oh, so can you tell me how the like smudge-proof, finger-proof, like coating works? Like what like is the mechanism that like causes that? Like how do they coat it in a way to stop that? She's like, oh, they just put a coating on it, and you can see here, like in this like demonstration image, like this is glasses with smudges and this is glasses without. I'm like, no, I got that. That's not what I was asking. That's fine. I'll have that. I want to
just
stop
do that
talking,
one.
so just give it to me. It's fine.
Yeah, like it's we can load up the science behind it, but for me it's just like they're really misleading people with saying that it's smudge and fingerproof. Like
Yeah.
we're not allowed to say it is smudge or fingerproof fingerproof. It's more smudge resistant.
Mm.
So like yeah, essentially that's what it is. Well, yeah. Well,
That makes sense, but I was like, why? But like, that's what I was asking, like,
yeah,
to tell me that
It's,
it's like an oil phobic layer. It was just like, yep, you're just showing me the same photos again. Yep, I did understand that part. I wanted to know how it worked because you're making it sound like it's magic.
That would be because she wouldn't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I can never remember the word. It starts with a H, Kara. You were smart. It's not like hydropolic or something. Hydrophobic. Maybe that is it. I put it out of my mind the second I quit.
That's not important. And I also like I wasn't upset with like the person at Specsavers was not telling, like, not explaining it to me.
Yeah.
It was just like, I was just like, oh, I would have really liked if like you'd been given more information to give to me.
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah.
I was like, and that's why like Adrian wanted me to like ask more to like get an answer to my question, but I'm like, no, it's fine. Like, I don't want to waste anyone's time with me being like, okay, so that didn't really answer my question. I like,
yeah, I think that I can't fucking remember. There's like 3 words that are what they do to it, and
that's fine. The smudges do come off easier, but they don't get any less smudgy.
No, but the way that it's marketed makes it like you're not gonna have smudges, which is
because like I was shown she did like the slide across, like, you know how you can transition between 2 photos, and it was like, yeah, so this is with smudges and without, and it's like I do know what that looks like.
I can clean my glasses. I've had them smudgy before.
Yeah.
Oh,
it has started raining.
Ooh, rain. What's the weather for you?
Got a storm warning. I think that the actual storm is going to miss us.
Nice.
But it's been really humid and overcast all day, and I'm sitting right in front of a window, which is why I'm a ghost in front of a dark room. It's not actually that dark, it's just that I'm right in front of a window where I've moved my desk to. And I can just like see this big dark cloud moving across the sky in front of me.
I love that. It's like, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is what it's gonna look like if you don't get the anti-smudge stuff.
I'm like, yep. I've seen smudgy glasses every day of my life since I was 8.
Yes. Like mine, because I have to get the thinning on it, it just comes with it. So I was like, sweet! And then I didn't have to pay for my glasses. So I was like,
nice.
So we got like the high-end thinning. They're still fucking thick. But I is a blind motherfucker.
Yeah. My apparently my like level of short-sightedness is actually finally stabilized. My prescription didn't change in that respect. My astigmatism is still getting worse, so my prescription did still change.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Goddamn astigmatisms.
Yeah.
Yeah, my astigmatism hasn't changed for the past 4 years, which technically means I could go get laser surgery if I wanted to. I don't, but I could.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
feel like it would be convenient, but I also don't like looking at my face without glasses.
100%. I'm the same. I cannot, like,
it feels
even
wrong.
Wearing contacts, it's like, what is wrong with my face?
Yeah.
Kara is also a blind motherfucker, and they don't fit her glasses right, so they slide down her nose, and it shits me off. She's just sitting there, and she'll be like, hit. I'm just fucking tired of them.
My pair before I got the new ones were just constantly slipping
Falling.
off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, were you wearing your glasses when we zoomed earlier today? I can't remember. I don't feel like. I'm just so used to seeing Kara with
Your face
glasses.
just edited them in.
Yeah, pretty much. Hello, Mel. Were you? Okay. Apparently my face edited them out as well.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm fucking not with it today. It's all good. All right. Do we want to do a sprint?
Yes.
How long do we want to do it for?
So what do you want to achieve in this sprint?
I'm like filming, but
yeah, because I'm thinking like if you want to film, it would be better to like give yourself enough time so you don't have to be like watching the clock or anything, and like just focus on filming. So maybe a longer one,
like halfers.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
I actually really hope my room stays looking dark like this, because the way I've rotated my desk now, the kitchen is behind me and I don't want anyone to look into my messy kitchen. So
I understand. I'm assuming we can't do a full screen. That's fine. And we'll get rid of that. Awesome. Alrighty. What? Oh. Sorry. Kara just asked for the link because she's almost done with her meeting and she'll jump in.
Cool.
Yeah. That's exciting. Alrighty. Do you want to place your bets? What dino do you think?
I'm going with 4 because it's the tall one. Like all of my decisions have been based on like some appearance kinship I have with them.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 3 because so I'm like maybe an inch taller than Ash, and that's it. It's not much of a difference. But he was trying to grab my ass the other day. He's like, I can't reach. And so then I was like standing up higher, and he was like trying to squat me. Like, I just want to grab the booty.
So does that mean he has tiny arms, or you have giant legs, or both?
Both. Yeah. Like he is shorter, but not like significantly, but I'm also that little bit taller, so it just makes it hard for him. It was hilarious. And then like if I stood up straighter or something, he couldn't get there, or if I like squatted down lower, he's like, hey, just
get like really one funny. Of those like grabber arms with like the pincers, like arm extended, so he could just like grab the booty with the grabbers.
We've got another one for yellow, purple, and purple. Little one. All right, let's do this. Half an hour on the clock.
Sounds good.
Stop. Look at him go. Oh, it looks so funny. Oh, fuck. My full screen's making it very hard to see. There we go.
Oh. They're so cute.
The yellow one has more of the grabby claws than the T-Rex. I like number 2 though. He's like my dog. Hello, hello, hello.
Before one.
Yeah.
Well, Crystal
So
got it right.
you, Crystal and Jane all got it right. Crystal says hi. Who's
And then
knocking
left
off work early? I've already messaged her being like, it won! So, that's nice because she said she wasn't finishing until 5, so that's kind of good. A phone. Hello. Good luck with your interview. Oh, what? Why do I not know of this? What is this? Anyway, that's so exciting. Right, let's go this way. Hello. Hi. Hi. I don't know why I didn't think you were wearing your glasses earlier.
I don't know. I literally first thing I do when I wake up, last thing I do before I go to bed. They're on all day.
I know.
I'm blind.
That was just weird. That makes all of us. How did our reading go?
Good, yeah. It got to page 46, which actually isn't as impressive as it sounds because it didn't start on page 1. Because I was like, how did I get to page 46? And it started on like page 11. So
I totally claim those free pages when
I do in my tracking as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're free pages. They're just for me.
It was like last night I was reading Comfort Me with Apples, the e-arc. It's only 112 pages, and in the first like 20-minute sprint I got to page 54 and I was like, what the fuck? But the margins are an inch on each side, and it will be a chapter, like it would be some rules of this place, so it's very structured and short, a chapter, and then a full page break before repeating the process. So it was like, I really only read about 20 pages of actual content.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, sweet, I'll take it.
I have that pre-ordered, so we'll have to see like how the PDF compares to the finished copy.
Fingers crossed, a lot fucking better. Because on the Kindle, it's not good, but on my phone, it's okay.
I think I'm going to get the finished Kindle version, so I will let you know how it goes.
Because
if they let me.
Like,
it wasn't available the other day, I think, or maybe I looked at it.
Oh, thank you. Loving.
I think a lot of the time, like people strategically delay pre-orders on Amazon longer than they do with other bookstores because Amazon doesn't count all of the pre-orders in the first week. It counts them as they come in. That's what I understand. So all the time things will be available to pre-order elsewhere, not on Amazon. And Amazon, they'll only like enable it like a week before or something like that.
Right.
There is a Kindle version available on Amazon.
Yeah. Cool.
That's
okay.
Like, it's like, okay.
There's been a couple of things that I've been interested in reading that I would get an ebook for, but they don't have a Kindle book. So
rude.
And they're like a $50 hardback by the time you're getting them to Australia. I don't want to pay that.
I'm still crying over the planner.
Yeah, I bought my 2022 planner today, like my normal day-to-day planner, not a reading planner.
Right.
And it was like $70 by the time you added shipping.
Can you send me a link to what yours is? Is it a day by day?
No, it's a weekly layout. I've been using it for 2 years and I love it.
Horizontal or vertical?
Vertical.
Yeah. Cool.
And then I got this, and it was like,
yeah, you sent it through.
It's like either $4 or $6 from Kmart. So
I got this one last year from Officeworks, and I really liked it. But like, there's solid amount of time where I won't use it just because I'm working and I didn't get in the swing of it. So it's like I just stop using it. But like on a full day or a full week, this is what it can look like. But then there will be months of it just being blank.
Yeah, so here's my one from this year. From this place.
Cute.
It's quite big. This is the medium. You can go bigger and smaller. They're like an A5 size. And I get the weekly one, and I highlight the shit out of it. But they're just like straight down columns, but they're big, and they have the times.
Yeah.
And they have lots of space down the bottom, including to-do lists and a blank space. And then the month layout's pretty big too, with some spare space down the bottom where I just write shit in. And then they have like at every month is like a check-in space where it asks you questions. I don't do that. I paste in a blank piece of paper over the top and then washi tape it and do what I do my readathon planning in those. But I just put a blank piece of paper and trim it around over those bits. That's the only bit I don't like, is the like it's meant to be all about like planning your 5-year goals.
Ugh.
It's like I don't
like that shit.
I don't know where I'm going to be in 5 years.
No, me neither.
Like the existential horror of having to think 5 years ahead. No, thank you.
Yeah, no.
It was
I'm not about that life.
When I first started doing therapy, they were like, let's do some like goal setting and shit. I was like, cool. I just want to wake up tomorrow.
Yeah.
And they were like, cool. What about like in 5 years? And I'm like,
still be alive?
Yeah. Functioning. And now, if I had have asked myself, how old am I? 27, 26. If I had have asked myself when I was 21 where I pictured myself in 5 years, I would not be anywhere near where I am right now in life. Like, my best friend and I, we made, like, not a pact, but, like, oh, let's have kids together by the time we're 25 and, you know, all that fun stuff. Yeah. And now I'm like, I don't even know if I want fucking kids. Like, if I had have stuck with that, like, I would have a child, a 2-year-old. Fuck that.
Nope.
Hui! That was, so, like, I'm just like, I can do end of the year goals. I can do yearly goals. That's fine. Anything longer than that, like, no.
Even then, I find yearly goals kind of useless for me. Like, my goal is to continue my job.
I think for me, because, like, I'm actually going to start being like, okay, I actively want to save for a house. How much can we feasibly do in a year? And how do I make that happen? Like,
I get that sort of thing, but this wasn't about that. This was
no.
It's all wishy-washy.
I tend to be more like I set like habits, like rather than like it doesn't necessarily have like an end outcome goal. Like I might have like intentions about like why I'm doing the habit, but I'm much better with just like I need to engage with this every day or every week.
I need to save however much money every paycheck rather than trying to save for a by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if I fail a goal, I will be really hard on myself. So I'm very careful with like what I like set down as like a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like this is weight loss versus like just trusting yourself and the healthier goals. Like I have no goal to lose weight. I'm just aiming to like exercise a bit more, maybe eat less pizza.
Yeah.
Or not, if I'm craving fucking pizza.
That.
And I feel like it's much easier to be like, okay, this is my intention for each day. And like, if that day doesn't work out, that's fine, because it was just one day and tomorrow's another day. And I need it broken up into little pieces of time.
Yeah. And like I'm slowly starting to get out of the habit where if one thing goes wrong, my whole day is ruined. Because that was like a big Kara has dealt with me on many occasions where I'm just like, this one tiny thing happened and my day's fucking shit. Now I'm just like, these two things happened, so now my day's fucking shit.
The threshold is higher. Honestly, the only goal I repeatedly set is my Goodreads goal.
Yeah.
Fair.
I also think like I'm very flexible with my goals. Like I don't really care if I don't hit them, but for me, having the mental thing of going, oh, this is something that I said I wanted to work to, I've got it noted here. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a thing. But if I don't hit it, it's like,
I've written it down.
Cool.
That's it. That has to happen, or disappointment will ensue.
Yeah.
The only thing that I set rigid with is fucking Twister, and that's so I don't have to go on a fucking book buying. The punishment outweighs anything else.
I think when I set my Goodreads goal this year, and I think this is how I'm going to do it next year as well, although it'll be higher, I was like, okay, how many, like, what is like a good amount of books that I feel like I could average every month? Like, what does like a reading month that I think I'll be like happy with look like? And I decided that was going to be 10 books a month. I am going to hit double my goal, it looks like. So I'm going to hit 240 rather than 120. But like I set it at 120 because I'm like 10 books a month. Like last year it was hard to gauge because I had like a big chunk of time where I didn't read anything for like months. And then towards the end of the year, I was reading like 16 books a month. So I was like, let's say 10 a month. That seems good. Set it at 120 and just think about it in terms of like the month chunk, because like a year, that's too much time. Who even knows what a year is?
I set mine at 300 because I knew I'd hit 300 before and it was fine. So 300 was like I can do that, no problem. And then I had like an in my head goal of like, wouldn't it be cool if? But it's not gonna happen. It's fine. It's not gonna happen.
Sorry, I was looking at the planner. I thought you sent it in the group chat, and I was like, where is it? So I was like, looking at Twitter, looking at Facebook. Nah. My bad. I got it. I like the spiral bound one. The black one.
Yes. Oh, I didn't end up buying spiral bound. I was considering it, but I have a spiral bound. Spirals are one of those things that I can fiddle with till they're broken.
Yeah.
See, I can't stand having planners that aren't spiral bound. Notebooks are fine, can do. Okay. But my planner needs to be spiral.
These I don't mind because they've got that special lay where they lay flat automatically on any page.
Oh.
I like that type of binding.
Yeah, so it doesn't bother me because I don't have to like bend it back or anything. It automatically lays flat on any page.
I think it's for me because I fold it. I like folding it in half. So
that's
then
I was considering it because I was like, oh, it would be cool to be able to fold it in half. But I was like, no, every time I've ever had a spiral bound anything, I fiddle with them till they break. So,
I always manage to crush the spirals. So then like the pages don't turn as easily. Like I just like it
apart so that they don't like spin right because they're like.
Yeah, I'll put something in a bag and it'll just get crushed, and then it'll like that awful sound when you're trying to turn the pages. This is just like an upright desk calendar, so I don't have to worry about destroying the spirals. I do love that upright one. Yeah, like it's so pretty.
It's gorgeous. It's so I'm going into Kmart.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so excited. Sorry, that just clicked in my head. As we saw the actual light bulb above my head going off just then.
But yeah, like these purchases, it's dumb that I bought these, but I don't care. It's fine. I don't plan on paper, but they're cute and they were so cheap because it's Kmart.
I think having like even just the monthly one on a desk where you can look at it, just glance at it and be like, where am I looking? Because
Yeah, I feel like this will look really nice on my desk. And I have like a new desk set up, have a
Yeah,
brand new
it
fancy
looks so
desk.
good.
It's an up-down desk, which is
We love
very
up-down
exciting.
desks.
They scare me. A lot of the girls at my office have up-down desks, and they're all like dietitians. I'm like, gotta stand for my health. Like, me at my standard desk.
I didn't actually plan to use it for standing very much, because I mainly got it because I wanted the adjustable height, because I wanted to like fine tune the desk height, because everything is always too short for me because I'm a giant. And like then I end up like hunched in weird positions. And so like I have a really good desk chair, but then I was having trouble because I couldn't get a desk that was the right height for me. So I bit the bullet and got a fancy up-down desk. So I can like really dial in.
The way to use it.
Yeah, so
not none of this.
Not standing.
Every day.
But when I bought it, they had like the free gift that month. This month, October, was the standing mat, which was like a $90 standing mat. And like I've used standing mats before because I worked like in a mailroom where we're just standing all the time. So they had to have like the anti-fatigue mats. I'm like, they're never that good. And then I stood on this one and I'm like, my spine is straight. How did my spine become straight just standing on this piece of foam mat thing?
That means an anti-fatigue mat is like the epitome of peak capitalism.
Yeah.
Like, we're forcing you to do this job that is so shit, we must design a special thing for you to stand on.
Also, like, everyone in the mailroom had back problems. We all had back problems. I have sciatica from it now. Like, because like I got a injury in my pelvis, and then like all the standing on it meant that it didn't heal right. So now the joints are a bit fused and I get sciatica pains down my leg.
Oh, I assume you were sorting, right?
Yeah.
That's a thing. They could just lower the height of the tables by this much and all sit down.
They like the idea of having people being like really dynamic and getting up and about, and
I feel like it just doesn't require that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a job that requires constant standing. Like, I value Audi for letting their people sit on the seat.
That's really nice.
Not a job that needs standing.
No.
I love my new job because I get to sit all day. It's great. And so
it's not the best for you either, but like, standing all day.
I'm like already noticing a difference, being just happier at the end of the day because my feet aren't exhausted. Like, I feel motivated to go and actually do things on my feet rather than just the desire to get off them. But one of the like psychologists, she bought this like $300 ergonomic chair. Like, it's got all the fixtures and all the support in all the different places and stuff. It probably was more than $300, let's be honest.
Yeah, like $300 isn't that much for
I was like,
fancy
no,
chair.
that's not they've said the wrong amount when they were telling me the story. But anyway, it was probably more like 3,000. But she is left, and they've left the chair at the practice. So this other girl has claimed it. And this girl is the girl that I've replaced while she's gone on maternity leave. And so one of my coworkers was like, claim. So she claimed that one and got the fancy chair. But I was sitting in a chair, like, this is my new chair that I've just, got. And I was talking to the same chick that now has the fancy chair. She's like, yeah, don't know why, but the boss decided to get a massage chair. So you can plug this in and it will vibrate. I was like, I'm not going to. But okay. It was a feature and he wanted one that vibrates. It's not like, it was like a massage chair, but it's not like one with the actual knobbly bits. It's just a so like my butt could be vibrated all day, but nothing else is gonna be.
I feel like you don't want that at work.
No, especially not working in a psychologist practice.
No,
It may
Also,
be
I
good
like
you need, like, if you've got for sciatica or something, it might vibrate your nerves just enough to like not cause pain. I don't know.
just when I'm thinking about that, I'm just imagining that it would make me feel itchy. You know, like when the blood like rushes to an area and you're like, oh, I'm itchy. So I feel like I would just like sit there like scratching my thighs all day. Yeah, I am sitting on a like $1,100 chair that I've had for 4 years now. It's very good.
Sitting on my bed.
Yeah, but like
I'm
it's
sitting
like
on the race car chair from Officeworks because I am an adult.
I'd had a lot of chairs over the years and always had like back problems. And then when I got some money from like my grandma's will, Adrian convinced me to like spend it on a really fancy quality chair. So we looked up like the most recommended office chair, and it's like the steel case gesture chair, and it's like really adjustable. And another woman in Brisbane who does the same kind of work that I was doing at the time. She went to the showroom and tried them out, and she's also like tall and fat like me, so she's like, "It's good. You need to get it." So I did that. But so I have a fancy chair and now I have a fancy desk because
Woo!
I have back problems. But I'm still just
Have to
like,
look after yourself.
I'm like, I'm not worth this much. But they do have like insane like 10-year warranties and stuff. So actually, I think the chair is lifetime warranty, I think, actually. And the desk is 10-year warranty.
My
Nice.
concern would be if it's super adjustable, I'm going to fuck it up. I'm going to do it wrong.
Yeah. Seems very solid, but yeah.
I'm like correcting my posture as we talk because I'm like, well, yeah, I has a hunchback. But
You know, I have a literal hump on the back of like at the base of the back of my neck. It's awful and I hate it, but and like it's really annoying because my mom, when I was growing up, I have a complicated relationship with my mom. This isn't a happy story, but she would always like press on the back of my neck and be like, "You got to stand up straight or you'll get a hump." And I do have a hump now, so she was right about that. It was still an awful thing to say, but she was right.
Yeah.
I do have a hump now.
Like my mom would like run her finger down my spine and be like, "Stand up straight, otherwise you'll get a hunch." But I was like, "Yeah, fuck you."
Except
Sorry.
like parents say that, but the actual cause of the hump is not just bad posture from childhood.
No.
Like, that's not what causes a hump. Like, it might contribute, kinda, but it's often like an underlying all along your back issue. Like,
yeah, because like the fat like develops to like protect the bones in like the the cervical bones there, right?
Weakened muscular support, and if you've got other back problems, it's probably weakest the whole way along.
I do, and I've had all my life, yeah.
Yeah. As soon as it's more about the muscular support on the disc than it is about like anything else. And then the fat pad, just develops to protect where it's not sitting right.
Yeah, like I'm sure it doesn't help that I've constantly spent my life scrunching down to like be smaller, but like
there's people
back problems
who can like posturally hunch their whole life and not get it. So it's like,
yeah.
And it's not the same as those little old ladies that like this, because that's a broken bone. That's a different thing. They don't always.
I love that you know so much about this.
The little old ladies with broken bones, and you can tell. I'm always like, do you know you have a broken back? Because I know you have a broken back.
I don't think you know you have a broken back.
It doesn't help that it doesn't always hurt. And they're just like, oh, now I walk like this.
Oh no. Wait. Why?
Like,
clicked on a button.
I love that you know all sorts of medical stuff, Cara, because then I can like really torture you with the Bad Medical Takes Twitter account. So someone else can feel my pain. I don't know, like I thought I unfollowed it and I seem to be following it again. It's just,
Lord.
I don't know why I do this. It's never not upsetting.
I don't understand so often.
Yeah. It hurts like seeing. So, I think because I'm following a lot of people that have disabilities on Twitter now, and them talking about their experiences in the medical field, and then like even just being a woman is like fucking tough, and like just hearing people's story about it all and not being able to get the support that they need because some pretentious dickbag has decided that they just don't give a shit or the symptoms are not severe enough for whatever reason. It's like,
one of my favorite people on TikTok made a video, I think a few weeks ago now, where like he's going to the doctor and he has like a knife in his side and he's like, I have a knife in me. Can we get that taken care of? And the doctor like pulls down the mask and is like, diet and exercise. And he keeps being, but like, no, I've been stabbed. Diet and exercise. Diet and exercise.
That's all.
It's a knife.
I am very lucky that I'm just really pushy with doctors, I think. I have avoided most problems that are commonly experienced by fat people and doctors.
Yeah.
As a fat person who occasionally does with doctors. But I think I'm just too like, no, I know what I've got is not that. Like, you're wrong. I'm going to tell you you're wrong, and I think it's this. And they manage not to pull that on me very often. The only time I've had it pulled on me is specifically talking about like the pill and reproductive health, where they were like, you cannot have your pill, you are too fat.
I've mostly been really lucky because I've been able to have like regular GPs that I see regularly who are not terrible, like really good and understanding and stuff like that. And it's mostly only been if like I have to see someone different that I then have gotten unlucky. Like one time I went in to like just get like another prescription just because my regular doctor wasn't available. I just needed another copy of my prescription. And this guy is like, okay, we're gonna pop you on the scale. And I'm like, why? And he's like, no, on the scale. And then afterwards he took my blood pressure. And this is the only time I've ever had my blood pressure taken where it was elevated. And it was high.
Rather than the large cuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
but also
elevated if you've got a big arm.
But also I was like freaked out because he just made me because I just had to get on the scales in front of a stranger, which is like really like, it also like says in my records that I've been treated for an eating disorder. So like, don't put me on the scale, stranger. Even then,
they don't get a true reading using a normal cuff. Like the amount of times in the hospital they've been like, your blood pressure's high. And they're taking it like 3 times, and like that is extremely painful as you're taking it because it's compressing that much because it's on so tight. And I'm like, I think my arm is a bit too fat for that cuff. And then they're like, oh, let me go find a large cuff, and they said it's fine. Yeah.
But yeah, this was I like assumed at the time that it was mainly just because like I was very freaked out by this experience. I thought that like I thought was just going to be like a like quick in and out because it's like, okay, you have on file, you can see that like this is the script I need. You just need to print it out for me. Like, you can see that I've been on it for years. It's fine. Like, don't fuck with it. And the
why any that's not your normal treating doctor would make script changes. Like, but
it wasn't even like that he made script changes. He just like I came in, he looked at me and was like, let's get you on the scale. I was, fucking why? Yeah. And the only other time I've had like a really bad experience was over a decade ago now, when I had an abortion, and the first clinic that I was booked in with, the surgeon said that I was too fat to perform it on. The anesthetist like was fine with it, like because they had my like weight information, but the surgeon was like no, and he was the one who owned the practice, so they're like, sorry, you got to go home again, even though like I'm in fucking hospital gown and everything waiting. And then like that was a horrible experience because then I was like, I feel trapped. It's going like it already took like too many weeks for me to work out that I was actually pregnant because I was in denial and my periods were always irregular anyway. And then like so like I didn't find out I was pregnant until like 8 weeks along, and then I was like, okay, just like we need to make this happen. And then like the next place that I went to when I finally got a booking with another place, they're like, I don't understand why you had a problem with your weight. This isn't a problem. And I'm like, yeah, so that was
the anaesthetist should be the only one that's concerned, like, and even
yeah,
then that's just they have to adapt what they're going to do, like, because fat metabolizes the anesthetic, so that they have to keep like they have to balance not killing you with too much and making sure you have enough you actually stay under, like,
yeah. So it's like, surgeon, did you just not want to look at my fat vagina? Like.
And also, I'm going to be the exact same doctor that's like, no, you're a high-risk pregnancy and you should terminate.
Just... No, I didn't have to pay at the first clinic, fortunately.
That's fucking insane. Like,
but yeah, it was a horrible time. And also, it means that, like, occasionally, like, I'll read a book that, like, deals with that, like, anxiety of, like, being pregnant and wanting to end the pregnancy and not being able to, and it's always like it's like kind of triggering but also like a cathartic kind of triggering. It's always just like, yeah, I remember how that was. And like some books are like really good at like capturing that anxiety because it was just like, because like I've never wanted kids. I don't want kids. Adrian and I were definitely like not in a position to have kids. We just moved in together, and yeah. And it was like, okay, so this thing is happening in my body and I can't do anything about it. And you say that you won't let me have this. And I'm, yeah.
Fair. It's crazy. What the fuck is the medical field?
But otherwise, I've had like really lovely GPs. They're wonderful.
That's good.
Yeah.
I've finally found a GP that I'm super happy with. And I found him because I was going to another like medical practice and I'd seen people somewhat consistency, but like there wasn't one that I truly felt confident with. And I was in my spiral and I went to go get a mental health care plan, and he's just shoved, like, not my regular GP. I'd seen him like maybe once, if at all. And he just shoves antidepressants in my face and goes, have these, it'll make you a new woman. Like, this is the best thing for you, da 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 da. And I was like, I don't want antidepressants. Like, I know I'm depressed, but I don't want to go the medication. I want to go to the therapy because I know that's worked for me previously. And then if that's not working, then sure, I will go on antidepressants, no biggie. And like, I tried to explain to him, like, I don't need these. I just need a mental health care plan. And he was like, you'll be a new woman. Like, come back and see me in 2 weeks and you'll be brand new. And I was like, what the fuck? So I obviously, like, I took the script, I got it filled, and I was like, I'll just have them there. And if I need to take them, then I've got it and I don't have to worry about that. If I don't have to take them and I can get rid of them, then I will dispose of them however I'm going to dispose of them. So that was fine. I then ended up seeing my GP, and the first thing he went, like, when I sat down, I was like, hi. He's like, hi, what brings you in? I was like, look, I'm just wanting to go on a mental health care plan. I've been feeling really slumpy. And he's like, okay, so what's your best course of action? I was like, look, I'm happy to do the mental health care plan. If that doesn't work, then I'm happy to go on antidepressants, but I'd really rather not do the depressants at the moment. And he was like, sure, no worries. It's your body. Like, we'll figure this out with you, like, together. I'm like your number one cheerleader in this. So I was like, and he's been fantastic. Like, if he ever moves back to Sydney, I will cry and then travel to Sydney anytime anything happens so I can continue seeing him.
Yeah, that's such a wild thing to say, because like even if you did want to go on medication, like finding the right antidepressant is, in my experience, such a fucking journey that like, no, you're not going to feel like a new woman in 2 weeks time. Like 2 weeks, you're probably still going to be like having side effects from starting it and feel like shit.
Yeah, for sure. Like the side effect is that you feel worse for a while. And then there was no follow-up phone call to make sure I was fucking alive. Like there was nothing. Yeah.
I love that you're like, okay, I'm going to speak and cough.
And dying.
To me, it's like when GPs give the pill to girls with any kind of issue, like it's not solving the problem really. It's putting a band-aid on the problem and hoping it resolves it. Like you need to go through that therapy experience to be able to get to the bottom of what kind of issue you might even have and what medications are useful for you. Like if you've people who get misdiagnosed with depression and anxiety, but they actually have bipolar, and now they're being given an antidepressant, which flares up on that episode. Like,
it just seems so irresponsible to just be like, oh yeah,
100%,
straight away, just antidepressants. You'll be great.
Yeah.
And I remember talking, like, because I was really upset and talking, you know, with Kyra and April and my mom and everyone, and I posted about it on my Instagram stories. And I think you said that the ones that I got worked for Jessie.
No, I think for Linda and Brayden.
Oh, okay. Right, but April said that those ones in particular had made her absolutely in the worst state.
Jessie,
and so I was like, yeah. And then I had messages on Instagram being like, oh my God, do not take those. Like, they were the worst thing for me. Like, it's a starting point, but if you're not feeling confident in it, do not take them. I was like, okay, like, but just leave them over there. And I ended up not taking them and just taking them to the chemist and being like, here, I didn't end up having these. Can you dispose of them? And it was fine.
Yeah. I
was just like, what the fuck?
SSRIs help some people, or some SSRIs help some people, but the base one, the normal ones that they give to most people aren't that effective. Well, they have a lot of side effects anyway.
And it's just so variable, like from person to person. And even just like, I've been on a lot of different medications, and the reason that like I still go through changes is because like just sometimes they stop being effective for me, and I'll have to try something else and go through the whole thing again. And I'm actually back on something that I was on years ago that was working and then stopped working, and then I had to try a barrage of other things. And like I've taken antidepressants that gave me hallucinations. So like it just feels like, and I'm like, I'm not anti-medication. I think medication is great. Just like the irresponsibility of just like being like, yeah, just take these. It's fine. It's good.
Yeah. No, it's
not going to
good.
discuss like the side effects or like get like your consent about it or anything. Like actually
we're
talk
not going to discuss
it.
Your history to know that, you know, you have a bad relationship with mentally with drugs as well. So like, I'm going to not feel good about taking them to begin with.
I just
like, I understand there needs to be accessibility of drugs, especially for people who can't afford psychiatry and stuff.
But like, there's accessibility like that. But that doesn't feel accessible to me. Just like handing them out doesn't feel accessible because like you still don't feel comfortable taking them if there's no like, communication and support.
The answer is not let GPs hand out meds like candy.
Yeah.
The answer is fund therapy.
Yeah. I'm so excited for my claim to come back. Because I've hit the threshold for my mental health care plan and seeking therapy at the private practice that I'm in. So it usually would cost me $100 a session, which is fine. I'm happy to pay it for my mental health. Like, easy done. But now Medicare cover 160 out of the 180 because I've gone over a threshold, and I'm like, book me in all the sessions.
Yeah.
Lana said she said no kids. Mostly kidding. mostly. I don't know why, but I find that like my optometrist, I've been seeing him since I was 12, 13. I wouldn't ever go anywhere else. Like, I had my eyes tested at Specky's here, but I will travel back to Hornsby to see this particular optometrist. I don't know what it is. He's just nice. GP is so anti-drugs. Nice. Hello, hello. Shall we do another sprint?
Yes.
How long do we want to go for?
I just realized that.
I said I have to go get groceries at some point soon.
Cool.
I just realized that this means that like we've talked for 2/3 of the time you've been live, and only sprinted for 1/3 of it.
Yes, that is correct.
I am also just like trauma dumping all of my sad stories, all your sad stories.
That's fine. We love a bit of trauma dumping, as long as you're feeling okay with it.
What time do you guys plan to stay on till?
Ash is going to the pub, so I'm chill.
Yeah, I'm around till whenever.
I might duck off now in this sprint, go do my shopping, and then I can come back for like an hour before I have to start cooking dinner. Or even more.
Yeah, you've only missed one. Should we do maybe like a 45-minute sprint then? Go a little bit longer?
Sure.
Yeah. That works for me. I have sad puppies because of the thunder.
Oh no. Sorry, my thing's ceasing to function. Because why would that? I'm gonna change. What the fuck are these fucking things?
What?
What the fuck?
Oh, the ducks.
Do I keep it as, like, I can change the colors of the ducks, or are we keeping, like, the one with leprosy? And
I'm just like, I
English
can't.
Man.
Well, I'm just like, is number 4 John Howard?
I thought it was Bernie Sanders.
Oh yeah, that would make more sense because it doesn't have the John Howard eyebrows.
Yeah, I mean, I could draw them in.
And also, John Howard is kind of a niche political figure for an online duck timer to use.
I think I like them, and I think the bee is going to win.
The bee.
Mm.
Jane likes the old man politician. It is really weird. I feel uncomfortable. Like, I feel like I should go for 3 because it unnerves me the most. I'm gonna fucking do it. Let's go 3 for me.
I'm gonna go 2 then.
I'm going for the beef eater.
Yeah, that's what those palace guards are called. Beef eaters.
Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you. I'm going 1. I just know them as the people with the fuzzy hats. Alrighty, let's do this then. 45 minutes. Let's go.
Right. I will rejoin the stream when I get home.
Okay. Bye. Hello, hello, hello.
I got my. I was gonna say I got my washing done. I got my groceries.
Nice.
Brains app did not connect.
The synapses misfired.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats to number 1. I think, Kara, you said the Bumblebee.
Yay!
And Lana said 1.
I love that it's just still going.
Ash. I know. Everyone was like, they're really hypnotic. Afternoon, Lola. Not sure at this point, just however long we feel like it. I'm waiting for Ash to come home, so I think he's only just left work, so I could be going for another hour, but feel free to jump off whenever you two would like to jump off.
I will probably start cooking at like 6.
Cool. Nice. Do we want to be petrified by the dogs again? Oh no, let's do the birds. That looks concerning. Love that. Yeah, so how did everyone go?
I'm on page 94 now.
Nice.
Good. And I really like it.
Very nice. I am on page 4. I started with 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
You're where?
I'm on 190. Which means I like 30 pages today, but we'll get there. I'm going to finish it today. I'm determined. It's not that long.
Nice. Yeah. Exciting. I filmed the November readathon video, so that's done. That and my anticipated releases are like the 2 most mentally taxing ones to do, so I'm glad that they're done. And I was going to film my 7 on Sunday, but I sort of can't be fucked. So we'll see where I end up. How are you finding Verity? And Crown of Gilded Bones is the 3rd in the Blood and Ash year. I think it is.
Yeah.
Cool.
I checked it.
Thank you. Wow. I may have also fallen down a plan of rabbit hole looking at all the ones Officeworks have in for next year. So it took me like 5 minutes to actually start doing anything. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, you got me.
I'm like keen to read, but I just haven't wanted to pick up a book after finishing Comfort Me with Apples.
I feel like
I want to read.
That's a good choice though, because it's like totally different.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm keen for Act Your Age. I was just like, I don't really feel like reading anything, which is weird for me. Normally I'm like, give me older books. But now I can just like slowly ease myself in and just enjoy.
Yeah. I've been struggling to read a bit this month, which is why I read a graphic novel twice.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Also, I liked it.
Yeah.
I need to make my library do it.
It's very good.
Like,
also, weird thing that I found. There's also an audiobook adaptation of it for a graphic novel.
Nimona too, which is also a
same.
graphic novel.
Yeah. Nimona doesn't work as well
as a graphic novel.
As
an
audiobook. Yeah. Like it's good because they have the sound effects in it, but it's not the same.
For my second read through, I just listened along with the audiobook. because I have it through Hoopla.
Right.
And it was good. I liked all like the sound effects of like seagulls and seals honking, and it was nice. I think they did a pretty good job, but I still feel like the audiobook is better as an enhancement, but not a replacement.
Yeah.
I think it would have felt really stiff if I didn't have the visual. Yeah.
Lola is liking the Blood and Ash series, read the other 2 books in the last couple of days. Jesus Christ. That is sad that you have to wait. And Verity is a good quick read. Nice. That sounds good.
Putting a request in for this at my library. We'll see how long it takes.
Gotta have cute, sulky romance.
I just can't ever bring myself to buy graphic novels full price.
Yeah, they're
Like,
very
Agreed.
expensive.
They're so expensive. So that's the one thing I reliably support my library for. They're probably like, this bitch doesn't read.
Little do they know.
Hello, jokes.
I currently have like 30 books out from the library, but they're all graphic novels.
My poetry collection's like that. Although 2 of them are up there. That way. There. Nice. 3.5 for the first 2 and then 4-star for book 3. Like that. Yeah, I haven't read any of them yet. And I don't know if I will.
I don't know that.
Bitch, I wasn't talking to you. Hello. I is also a sleepy kitty.
Sweet boy, are you okay?
Apparently. Oh. Yeah. Papa.
Oh. My sweet boy.
Oh, man, you're sweet.
Okay, it is requested. We'll see if they get it. I haven't had a single thing they didn't get, but I requested. So it is likely.
Nice. When we start our next sprint, what would we like it to be? Long or short?
I don't know. I'm good with whatever.
Don't make me make decisions.
A halfer will put us like to around 6, and I can't imagine that Ash is going to be later than 6.
He might be like 6:30. Because he sits and reads.
That's true.
So it's not just like he's there sculling his beers. God bless him.
Look, there's a lid.
Hello, little doggo booty. Hello. So cute. I have a cat booty.
Nice.
That was Fox and Cactus's card for the month. Yeah, so if we start at 5:30 and go to 6, and then decide from the laps. Because yes, many English. Alright. Woo. 30 is good, beautiful. Yeah, it'll either be 1 or 2, depending. He'll let me know. And then we's having chicken tendy rolls.
Nice.
I
I'm
do
making
like chicken tendy. Nice. Yeah, I'm excited for chicken tendy rolls. Although Ash bought spinach, which expired on the 17th, so yesterday. and we opened it on the 16th.
Spinach expires?
Oh, it goes all fucking gross in the bag.
Well, it's more like the expiry date isn't the hard and fast rule.
Before.
It's more like you visually look at it.
I just like look at it and I go, does that look gross?
Yeah.
See,
I don't
I
usually
feel
look
like
at the expiry.
heaps of ours look gross. But yeah, so I cleaned out the fridge last night going, yeah, we don't need any of the spinach. It's fine. It's looking a little bit manky anyway, so I'll just, green bin it. And then I've looked at the board after I've chucked it going, oh, fuck, we're having chicken tendy rolls. Fuck! So I had to go buy more spinach today.
To be fair, it would have been more manky by today.
Yeah.
Because I tend to find, like, once it started to turn and there's already some, like, sludgy bits in the bag, it goes fast.
Yeah.
So, like, you would have...
It's and favorite. Yeah. To a degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't cook. Hello, welcome back. Ooh, stir fry. Yes, your dino did win. So proud of you.
I also feed my shitty greens. By the time they get in a bit, I feed them to the rabbits. They don't seem to care.
Fair.
Pigeons.
Oh, we're doing pigeons this time. All right.
I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
I love a pigeon. Love a bird in general.
I mean, I can like shuffle it and see the colors, but I'm also like, they look normal enough.
Have you guys voted for the Australia's favorite bird thing?
No.
I haven't been keeping up with it this year. Yeah, like every year. I think the Guardian does it. Maybe. I don't know. But like, there's like they have these rounds where like there's just like everyone vote for their favorite bird and they like crown the favorite bird. And so there's always like a contingent that is like team bin chicken. This year the cassowary got knocked out really early, which like I'm a bit salty about. Because cassowaries are great.
I have this ongoing story in my house where there was my parents have I've died, haven't I?
No, you're good.
No, you're good.
Oh, now
you have.
Yeah. Anyway, I voted Stone Curlew this year, but I haven't checked back to see if it's still in the running. But I love those spooky birds with their knock knees. Love a Stone Curlew. They're weird, big-eyed goth birds.
Nice.
And also when you encounter them in the wild, they freeze like you can't see them, which would like be very effective if they were in an area where they could be camouflaged, but like they'll do it next to a building and it's like, I can see you. Oh.
That was really funny.
Again?
Oh.
Hi. Oh no, still going. This is funny. Every time we go for a walk, Anthony points out the spoonbills. Ooh, man down.
It's fine. I'm just trying to put a dunny on my head.
Nice. Kara's struggling.
Yes.
My internet has shit for brains.
Yes. You were saying.
I was saying that where I grew up, my parents' house has a lot of sparrows that get into the walls because of where they nest in the gutter. And so there's always sparrows in the walls. And they're like fluttering around going crazy. And the dog hates it. And someone said to Dad, I can't remember who said it, was like, you should just get someone to come out and like they'll cut in and get the bird out. And he was like, as if they would come for a sparrow. Like it's a sparrow. No one's going to care about a sparrow. And I joked we should tell them it's a cassowary.
It was that sort of raises the emergency level. There's a cassowary in my wall.
Yeah. Get this bitch out of here.
I feel like a cassowary would just kick down your wall though. So
yeah, the wall's not staying up with a cassowary.
When we were doing ziplining through the Daintree, I was like small child, about 8 or 9, and we were with family friends, and the guy's going, "Oh, do you see that like thing on the tree?" And we're like, "Yeah." It's like, "That's a cassowary nest," and I'm like, "Okay, you're the expert." And the mum of my friend that we were with, she was like, "Yeah, cool, awesome." And then he's like laughing, and then hasn't said anything. We've got him back down on the ground, and she was like, "So why did the cassowaries nest so high up?" And then my mum's like looked at her and gone, "Really, bitch? Really?" And I'm just like floating along because I'm like, I don't fucking have a clue. I don't know birds. I hate birds. They fly at my face. Like, and then she was like, "Cassowaries don't fly, you dumb bitch." And my mom's like my friend's mum was like, "Ah,
I am a dumb.
I would just go die of shame right now."
They climb up there to be with the drop bears.
Pretty much. It was like the parasites that grow off the sides of those sorts of trees.
Oh, it's like a moss fungus kind of thing.
Yeah, but it like looked, it's fucking solid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that. Crystal's loving the chaos of the live, by the way. Thank you, Cara.
Oh god.
Lola's going 3.
You're gonna eat now? You're very hungry now.
I think I'm going number 4.
No, number 2.
I'll go 1 then.
Alrighty.
It's the classic kind of pigeon colours.
Yes. Yes, we are.
I think
Hello.
2 looks like he's wearing a winter sweater.
Okay. I just like 4 because he looks like he has a sunburned head. Tracy's gone 4. All right. Shall we get started?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, look at him go. Oh, this is really uncomfortable to watch. What the fuck? This is not soothing.
Yeah.
This is very unsoothing.
Why are they thrashing like that?
So aggressive.
Many thrusting. Okay. Anyway,
The animators
leave
really
them.
said we don't know how to animate birds.
Yeah, let's just like lower their ass every so often, but make their wings like go out of sync with that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like it's like they've got kind of a similar motion for all of the things.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that doesn't. So like their bodies are moving like they're running on 4 legs, but they're not. They're flying, and it just looks bizarre.
Chaos. Crystal's Kindle died sadly. The thrust flare. Struggling to stay. I mean, it looks like me trying to fly, so that works. Anyway, let's leave them to their thrusting, shall we? Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
Woohoo! Look at us go, Tracy. Many bird. There's enough room on that for them all the pigeons to share, though. The sunbelt one did win. Oh, I need to charge my headphones.
Good old pigeon 4.
Pigeon 4. How are we going?
I finished my chapter right on schedule.
Nice.
I got 38 pages, which means I'm on 132 now, which means I only have 24 left to go.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Woo! I got up to page 50.
Yes. Are you liking it so far?
Oh, I'm loving it. It's glorious. Oh, fuck. I'm going to enjoy this. She's so sweet. And also, like, I feel like I'm the combination of her and Danny in, like, wanting to try and do the right thing and flitting from thing to thing, but it never working out the way that I want it to. But, like, also valuing academics and hard work and that sort of stuff. So it's, like, interesting. But, yeah. I'm curious to see this love interest, though.
I like him. He's great.
I like him too.
He seems very just like, well, he's on page autistic. So it's like, he's just very, I don't like this. I like this. Done. Crosses.
I related a lot to both him and Eve. Just like, even though it's meant to be like a Grump and Sunshine, a couple thing, I'm just like, oh, I get both of them completely. They're
Yeah.
And also Sunshine.
Yeah.
Mini Sun. No, I'm sorry. 6% had dinner. Nice. I might go put the oven on. Nice. How did you find it?
I liked the
I have no idea how long we'll be here either. If we want to do long ones or whatever, I'm chill. I'm just vibing. So yes, we might see you later. I might see you later. I don't know. Ash hasn't said that he's on his way. He was just sitting there having a beer and doing his life admin stuff. Glad you enjoyed it.
I can hear that Adrian's snoring at the other end of the house, so I'm good.
You're like,
how are you enjoying Burning Roses?
I'm really liking it. I like it a lot. Yeah, like I think it's probably going to end up being like a 4-star.
Nice.
So like really liking it. I was a little bit I just finished yesterday Fireheart Tiger.
I like that.
I didn't actually get on with it that well. And like, so I'm like, in my mind they're paired because like they both have like fire words in the title and they're both like sapphic novellas.
And they came out around like a month apart from each other or something.
Yeah. But like I'm getting along much better with Burning Roses. I really like the like fairy tale aspect, and also like I love that the protagonists are like older women. And it's just great.
Hello. I'm glad you got some red. Hello. That sounds delightful. And as we do. Yes. All good. Next sprint.
I love a tough old lady character. That's always like kind of catnip for me. Just love a tough as nails old lady.
I love that.
It's good.
I love those like Have you read The House with Chicken Legs?
I haven't.
It's got like a really cute grandma figure in it, and I just love her so much. Oh, Crystal. Well, you'll get through it quickly, so that's no worries. I'm really enjoying this book. I'm in it now. I'm like, let's keep going. I'm good. I've got just over 3 hours left. And I've only just started, and that fills me with joy after reading it.
Good.
Because it was like, I hit the end of it, and I'm like, holy fuck, I still have 3 hours left. And I'm like, this is amazing, and it's only going to take me 3 hours.
Yes.
I'm definitely gonna listen to the Just King Things podcast. I'm really, really curious about what they have to say about it.
They haven't read it yet.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. Because they're going in chronological order, and we're just up to this month. It was different seasons, and next month's Christine. So yeah. They've been at it for like over a year now, but like still fairly early in the.
Yeah. That makes sense. So where are they? Let me have a look. I'm curious to see where that's up to. Here we go. Okay. I hate when they do tables like that. I don't think that's right. What did you say? It was. Oh, Christine. Oh, okay, yeah. That's where they are. There. Okay. So, Pet Cemetery, Cycle of the Werewolf, The Talisman, Thinner Than It.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, they just do one a month, and it's been going for a bit over a year.
Yeah.
So, like, it's a many-year project that they've embarked on.
Because he's got 60 books out at the moment.
Yeah.
So that's a lot. And they are chunkers.
Yes.
When did they get into the stand? They've already done this.
They'll be doing the stand twice because they've done the original release of the stand.
Right.
And then they're also going to do the re-release in publication order.
Cool.
Lord.
And like talk about the differences and stuff there.
True dedication.
Yeah.
True dedication.
They end every podcast with like, why do we do it? Well, we do it for Steve.
That's so cute.
Yes. And there's also like at the end, like there's like these little segments like Uncle Stevie's mixtape, which is where they talk about and rate the songs that were mentioned in the book they read that month.
I love it.
Yeah.
Because he puts a lot of music in his books.
That's what I've gathered.
Enjoy.
I should go cook.
I ended up giving it a 3.54 star, but I fully can acknowledge the problems that are in it. So it's like, based off enjoyment, provided I was skimming it, like not skimming it, but I was listening to it on 3 times speed. And I feel like if I listened to it any slower, I would have not enjoyed it as much because I would be stuck in the scary scenes for longer.
Yeah.
So I didn't actually find it overall that scary. There were scenes that I was like, fuck.
I've committed to never reading a Stephen King in my life. And I'm going to stick to that.
I can't. Like, yeah. I had actually at one point thought that I would read different seasons because I've heard so many people say that that's a great collection of 4 novellas. But I just listened to this month's episode about it, and 2 out of the 4 are very shit. It sounds like just incredibly shit, just terrible. Including one.
Never been interested enough. Like I've always been like
No.
vaguely interested, and then I'm like, no.
I just have so many other like horror writers that I really like their work, and it's. But I do really love the podcast. Yeah. I mean, no one's entirely unproblematic, but like a lot compared to Stephen King.
Yeah.
But like I've been really loving the podcast. Like I get excited every month when it comes out because like I love like media deep dive analysis type things, and I think they do a really great job of like they are coming at it from like a place of affection for Stephen King. Like they both grew up reading Stephen King, but they don't shy away from like being like, this shit is whack and let's talk about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is just like the kind of media like criticism and appreciation that I like, where it's like you like don't shy away from acknowledging the flaws, but don't just like throw the baby out with the bathwater or whatever. Yeah.
For me, I found it interesting because I was reading through like the 1-star reviews, and all of it was like, "What the fuck? Why did the scene with Beverly happen?"
Is that the child orgy scene?
Yeah, that was like the consistent thing. No one was like, "This was bad writing," although argumentatively you could say that it was. He could have culled it down and written it in a way where you still got the same sort of images without having the scene, some of the scenes that he did.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't plan.
No, yeah, you could mention like the excessive use of slurs and the homophobic and racist tendencies that are prevalent. No, none of that. It was only the scene with Beverly that was the like thing that got everyone. And I was like, I understand, but also I don't feel that having that in a book warrants it to be a 1-star, if that makes sense. If you're uncomfortable and it like fucks you up entirely, sure, I fully respect that. But it was like, that was the only thing that they would mention. I'm like,
yeah, there's lots to criticize about Stephen King.
Yeah, you could do a whole fucking essay on it. And that one like 5-page scene at the very end of the book. It's not in the middle, by the way. Whoever fucking said that, it is right at the end.
Back at the end.
Yeah. It's like them talking through committing an adult act to be able to bind the kids together, which like I didn't like as a grown adult reading that scene in particular, but I also could see like I was a sexually active 12-year-old. So like
I just don't think a grown man should have written it.
Yeah. Fair. Like, fully 100% agree with that. But I'm also like, well, kids would have had sex at that age. Not necessarily a group fucking orgy in the way that he presented it, and it should be fade to fucking black. You know, that it's not necessarily the sex that was the problem. It was the way that it was written and who it was written by that was the problem. But all of the 1-stars were like, oh, that was completely like fucking disgusting. 1-star. Criticize other things, bitches.
Yeah. There's so much to dislike.
Yeah. Include that, obviously.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't wrap my brain around like, maybe that's my skewed moral compass. Like, is it that horrible that I should be lowering my rating to a 1-star because of that one scene?
No, I don't think so. Like, your rating should be based on your enjoyment, and like we have the space to like write reviews and like talk about it and to discuss those kind of things. But like your rating is just however you want to rate it.
Yeah, and like I fully respect that other people are not going to enjoy any of it and it will just be a 1-star overall. I just found that was like the common thing, and I was like, okay. And one of them made me absolutely piss myself laughing because she was like, "Oh, I got to the scene halfway through the book where the child orgy happens, and I just couldn't read anymore." And like, someone's called her out, being like, it's in the last like 50 to 100 pages. That's not the halfway mark. And she's like, well, I skim read over the rest of it because it was just so disgusting. Haven't you ever heard of skim reading? And I was
like, that doesn't track.
So I feel like
it
she's
was in the middle because of the like divide between the child and the adult.
They go back and forth. It's completely interchanged.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not chronological children to climax. Sorry, I'm highly irresponsible. To the adults, it's going back and forth based on the interludes that happen.
Okay.
And then the ending itself that was one of my critiques of the ending I didn't like, because it kept flicking between the children going and facing it, the adults facing it, and then what was happening at the town at the same time. So it was the 3 different perspectives all at different times, and it got messy.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it because I got lost. And then there were like elements that were like completely unnecessary. His use of slurs, way too excessive. Like 100% don't like that. But the commentary from his co-confused fever dream, fucking glorious. So like, I don't know. But yeah, I was just like, I don't think you've read that book, and I think you're just rating it 1 star to lower the ratings. Maybe.
And to just like look
be the
like
edgy kid.
Yeah. Yeah, I wrote like there's when they read the first Dark Tower book on Just King things, like there's a particular like just like unnecessarily like sexually violent scene apparently, and they're just kind of like, Steve, just why was this here?
Yeah, there were many scenes where anything. It was
like it's not serving a purpose. Like you're it's just
you're putting it in for the sake of putting it in.
Yeah.
And like I feel like there were like multiple scenes that were, you don't need to include this.
Yeah.
You have not changed the story by including this.
Yeah.
We got backstory onto a fucking psychopath that ended up getting killed by Pennywise, and it was like his backstory, he was completely irrelevant, and I'm like, why are we going through this? And like this psychopath kid committed a lot of animal abuse, and it was really descriptive, and it fucked me up. Like I was bawling just reading that, but I felt like kind of bad because 5 seconds before he'd killed his baby brother, and I was like, oh, that's fucking shit, I don't like that. But then he was like committing the animal abuse, and I was fucking crying. I was like, well, we know my moral compass is fucked, it's fine. But it sort of went into more detail, and like the description of the dog was really like just heartbreaking, whereas with the kid it was very quick, and it was just like, you know, him realizing, oh, like I can fix my life that has been uprooted by this small child by getting rid of it. And then the other ones were, oh, I get pleasure from this. So it was like, So like, could have done without that scene. Didn't need to go into the backstory. This guy was not relevant to the plot.
Well, it's because Steve doesn't plan. He doesn't plot out his novels. He just writes, and he has a great work ethic with writing, but he does just spew words. And also by it, he's been successful enough that no one's going to edit him down that much.
No.
I feel like this is the problem with George R.R. Martin. Like, no pre-planning, chaos.
George doesn't pre-plan?
No, Lord no. It's meant to be a trilogy. Then it was like 5 books, and now it's like, it's 7 books, and he's gonna die, and it's still not gonna be done.
Yeah, for sure.
Like everyone's like, there's only 2 more. You should be able to survive 2 more. It was meant to be a trilogy. We're on book 5.
Why are these men allergic to planning?
Chaos.
Apparently
Chaos demons.
George R. R. Martin's reasoning was like, oh, but I opened up all these threads and they were really important, and now they're just not coming together. We just have to see them out to their conclusion.
Then plot your fucking points to conclusion rather than just trying to write it.
Yeah.
I like Ash's comment of like, one thing seems a bit odd to give a book 1 star if it's just that one thing. I understand that it's probably not just that one thing, but yeah, it needs to be various things.
But also, like, were they liking it until they got to the end? Like the people who seem to have actually read it, not just
yeah,
1 starring it for fun.
Yeah, like if you got all the way through to the end, got to that scene, hated it, and you were enjoying it otherwise up to that point.
But yeah, because that's my thing. Why the fuck would you stick with a 1,000-page book if you're not enjoying it? Like,
I
for
barely
me,
DNF
that
and I would
first
DNF
200
that shit.
pages were like tough. And there was times when I was around the middle that I was just like, I want this to be over because I'm over reading as a whole. But then once you got into it and things started happening again, I really was like invested. So yeah, I'm glad Tracy has the same moral compass as me. Oh shit, Ash is almost home. Fuck.
Yeah, I need to cook dinner.
It does sound like a great time, doesn't it? Shall we end things here then?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you for joining. I've had so much fun. Many chitty chatties, but I got my videos filmed, so that's the most important thing.
I read
that's what I needed.
I have like 60 pages left.
That'll take you an hour. You'll be sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining, Erin and Cara.
Thank you for hosting.
Anytime. Well, when I'm next doing sprints. I actually have a schedule now. What the fuck? Anyway, sorry, I didn't notify. I forgot to post on Twitter because it was last minute. No. Thanks for joining. Bye.